All right, man. Let's talk about Michigan fans saying they got hoes or they got cheated by the referees, and a little bit more on Harbaugh as well too. Check out the College Sports playlist, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't the video if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. We talking about the Michigan State game. All right. I mean, how can you say you was hoes and you was up by like a few scores? Okay. How can you say you got cheated? And one thing I will point out, and I'm being very objective here, was Michigan State was getting away with a lot of holds on the Michigan defensive line. They got away with a lot of holds, a lot of them. They got away with a lot of them. They was holding the whole game, but you know, I don't know if maybe I was looking at the offense, throwing the ball more, throwing the ball away a little bit more, but because I was looking at where the ball was at, and I was looking at the Michigan defensive offensive line holding. I really noticed Michigan offensive line holding. I didn't notice it, but Michigan State got away with a lot of holds. Now, what was the play? The two reviews, where you dropped the ball before the line. It's too close to call. Got to go with the standing call. The other one, the catch, that was a catch. Was it? I mean, there's a few plays in there, but it don't stop the. It doesn't trump Jim Harbaugh's lack of coaching, lack of competence. Okay, the lack of competence was JJ McCarthy fumbled, you put him right back in there, he fumbled again. Everybody know that what they call it the platoon quarterback system, it doesn't work. But Harbaugh continue to make promises to these recruits. At the end of the day, you tell them you wait your turn. Now you have to wait your turn. And at this point, and I'm gonna do a video about this coming up, I guess later, or tomorrow, I don't know. But the issue now is now, K McNamara, he gonna be back next year. He's gonna be back next year. You feel me? So I mean, if I'm JJ McCarthy, if I'm better than him and I ain't playing next year, well, I'm transferring. I'm transferring. I'm transferring. But even though all the holding, the plays, Harbaugh put McCarthy in after he fumbled. What if he don't? I know they missed the field goal and all that, but they still got the ball back with a chance to win, and McNamara is not the guy. Michigan defense just wasn't as dominant as we thought it was. Kenneth Walker ran for 200 yards and 5 touchdowns. And now we're going to take a wait-and-see approach to see what happened at Penn State and Ohio State. The approach would be firing him right now. Because it was too many missed opportunities. The only team they beat on the road that they was underdogs, and this team wasn't even ranked, was this year versus Wisconsin. But you know what? They're not going to have the kahunas to do it. And you see people saying, well, it's really not Harbaugh. So what do you mean? You led by 3 scores, at least from my memory. You led by 3 scores and you blew the quarter again. So you don't beat Michigan State. You're probably not going to beat Ohio State. You're probably not going to beat Penn State, maybe. And on top of that, they probably not going to play JJ McCarthy. McCarthy is the only reason they'll get back in the national championship playoff picture is JJ McCarthy. Because you put McCarthy and they start looking dominant. They dominate Penn State. They get over the hump and dominate Ohio State. Then with McNamara, then you can't get in. And now the season is almost wasted for McCarthy. Harbaugh do not like young quarterbacks. He like veteran quarterbacks. And once again, it bites him in the ass. I don't know why McCarthy came to Michigan. That was a big mistake. And the word out of camp was he was superior to K McNamara. He was superior. Why would any quarterback come to Michigan, bro, unless it's a transfer? And ultimately, man, this team wasn't cheated. This team was mismanaged and not coached well. And McDonald didn't do a good job getting ready for this game. He didn't. The defensive coordinator, and ultimately for Harbaugh, to me, it should be a wrap. But Michigan gonna continue to be content with being one of those false elite football programs because of the amount of money they rack in. Georgia, Texas, and Michigan are top three. I think Texas is number one. Texas and Michigan is, I think, top three. And Georgia's right in the middle like a sandwich. And Texas and Michigan is the same thing. They've never been dominant football programs, not in the modern history. Yes, Texas won a national championship. Yes, Michigan won a national championship. But Alabama, dominant. That's dominance. LSU, what they did with Nick Saban, that's dominance. What Ohio State did with Urban Myers, that's dominant. What Urban Myers they did in Florida, that's dominance. You know, no matter how much money Michigan and Texas print, they have not in the modern history been with the Florida States of the 90s. Miami's the early 2000s or the 80s. They've never been that dominant program. And it's showing that Michigan is content. At least Texas say, you don't get the job done, get out of here. We're going to keep looking because we can print money, we can afford it. Sarkisian, Herman, whoever, I don't think it was Sarkisian. I think he down there now. But what's my man's the brother that was down there? Charlie Mack, was he down? However, Texas will not hesitate to get rid of you. But if you look, Michigan is complacent. They complacent with looking like false football guys, looking like a false dominant program. They're content with that. Texas not. Maybe they pulled the plug too early on some of their coaches, but Texas will consistently keep that door revolving and look for the next great football coach that can take their program to new heights. But no matter, just because you got the most fun and you print money, it don't mean guarantee you success. And Texas and Michigan has not had a success that they football programs live up to. They're not blue bloods. The last 30 years they haven't been. Texas did win a national championship. Michigan won in 98, 99. But other than that, they haven't been. They haven't achieved the success of the Florida State in the 90s. They haven't achieved the success of Miami in the 80s and the early 2000s, Ohio State throughout the 2000s, and now they haven't achieved that success. They have not achieved it, and them keeping Harbaugh 1 minute after that game, and at least not telling them you gonna be let go at the end of the season or firing them now, just let you know they're complacent. Look at the basketball program; they don't bring in near as much money as the football program, but they've been more successful over the last 21 years. They've been way more successful. And Michigan has these lifers. They have a fan base that, at one point Michigan was the team to be with. And now Michigan State is the team that the state of Michigan has identified with. That's the football team of the state. And you can say opposite for football basketball, that Michigan has been the team of Michigan in basketball, the state of Michigan in basketball. That's true. But Michigan State will never get that recognition due to that stadium they in and due to low funding. Their football program don't produce. Had they produced the money that Michigan make in Michigan State, Michigan State probably rack up national championship after national championship. Michigan and Texas are false football blue bloods. How about that? And like I said before, the difference between Texas and Michigan, Texas don't have this BS unwritten rule that we need a Michigan man. If it ain't a Michigan man, we're not giving you no time. Texas, like, we giving you this time. We don't see no improvement. You getting out of there. And Texas will, even if they move to the SEC, they will find success before Michigan will. The way it's looking. And I guarantee you this, Harbaugh will be back next year. And Michigan is saying that, even though we got all the money, we want Michigan men. They won't go get Luke Fickell. They won't go break the bank for Matt Campbell. They won't go get Greg Schiano from Rutgers. They won't go do that. They won't pry Brian Kelly away from Notre Dame. They won't do what it takes because they're not Michigan men. It's not because they don't have the money. So who does next? You don't want Les Miles, do you? Who is the next great Michigan man out there? Charles Woodson, Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Who? The number one thing they should do The number one thing they should do is say, look here, we got this pile of money. Urban, what you want to do? Okay, Urban probably say no. You look around the National Football League. You look, Mike Tomlin, what you want to do? You know, Matt Campbell, then you look around, who else out there? Matt Campbell, what you want to do? Luke Fickell, what you want to do? You know, who's the next guy at Alabama? What you want to do? Kirby Smart, what you want to do? Offer him a shit ton of money. You know, all fails, Luke Campbell, what you want? Luke Fickell, what you want to do? Okay, who's the other kid, the guy out there doing well with a small program? Kentucky coach, what you want to do? Okay, I go to Greg Schiano, ton of money, what you want to do? Greg Schiano might be the underdog, the low key guy. You know, Greg Schiano, what you want to do? You know, I'm going through that. You know, keep going. I offered Kirby Smart so much fucking money, man. Oh, what's my man Dabo Swinney? What you want to do? I don't care about all that crap. What you want to do? Give you 10-year deal, $10 million for 10 years. Michigan could do it. You know, so we'll see what happens, man. Let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love, support. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, response, review request, all my social media subscription. Twitter's the password, and Facebook and Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Check the college sports playlist out. Other than that, man, don't forget to check out my main channel right here on YouTube, Goodfellas Sports TV, for more sports, music, news, entertainment. Appreciate the love, support. One time. Peace.